Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody, guys. Let's take a look again on the gold market. Gold market is really difficult to predict right now because it's too sensitive to any new news rumors on the spreading of the virus, and additionally some different factors also impacting the gold. This impeachment turmoil in the United States, some political news, a lot of different stuff, and that makes overall price action is very choppy, and the gold market changed direction sharp and really fast. From that standpoint, well, we could identify a few setups that probably could be used on the gold market, but currently the question is still open which one will be the final scenario that gold will follow. So first of all, on the daily chart and weekly report, we said that market shows the bullish action, because on the Friday session, this upward action, you could see that market has broken through the major 618 resistance level, and by the close price it has erased both grubbers that have been formed last week. At the same time, guys, yesterday market has formed another bearish grubber that also suggests drop below these lows and some downward action. And in general, that was actually the result of the surprisingly good PMI manufacturing data that has been released in the United States. And in general, as we have mentioned very often in our recent reports, I mean weekly reports that we have made on the gold, that common factors, the fundamental economical factors, supports the idea of the deeper retracement on the gold, because gold stands too overextended to the upside. The long positions are highly saturated. Net long position on the gold market stands an all-time high, and in recent week it has set the new record, all-time record. This is of course the result of the demand for the safe haven assets based on the panic around the virus spreading. But in general, we could make the discount on some psychological factor and the too big rush around this. But the major fundamental factors are not disappeared, they're still working. Maybe it could be faded a bit by the psychological component, but sooner or later, they will impact on the market. When the overall rush around this virus will come down, they will start to work. And it means that in some pauses between the new wave of the news or some panic that is spreading by the news agencies, these factors, the fundamental factors, starts to work, and they trigger the normal price behavior in the gold market. When the new news releases, it's again overall price behavior starts to show irrational action. It's driven by the external news and the panic on the market. That's what we see right now in the gold. That's normal factors. News has been released, panic has started, market has risen here. On Friday, by the way. Yesterday, again, good statistics has been released. No additional news have been released on the virus. Market has dropped. Now again, it's a question what will happen next step. But here, we could acknowledge that the grubber pattern stands in place. That's important. Now let's take a look at the 4 time frame chart. On the 4-hour chart, actually, we have the first scenario. We have initial A, B, C bottom pattern with XOP, it stands around 16 even, has not been reached yet. That's our grubber. As you can see, that's open price gap up. It was also the terrorist attack, and you remember, in England, and this market has shown the retracement. That was the moment where we said that do not follow bullish setup that we discussed in the weekly chart, because it has been erased, because market dropped below the vital point. So initially, the buy trade that we have planned has been cancelled, and we haven't followed it. And indeed, market has dropped right back down to the support line. Personally, guys, I'm not excluding the chance that we could get kind of the three drive action. This not will be the perfect three drive because ratios are not matched to each other, because you know that the third drive should be the cross of the 127 of the second drive and 1618 extension of the first drive. Here we do not see so perfect matching of the ratios, but based on the price action that we see and showing how market behaves, well, I'm not exclude the chance that we could get another wave here. But how we definitely will know whether we will get it or not, and where it makes sense to take the position if you would like to take the long position. Well, it is not really a simple question, because you have to get the clear signs of the upward continuation. In the current moment, theoretically it is possible you could try to do this, but with a grabber on the back and with the overall not supportive, not friendly background fundamentally, well, the only factor that you can count on is the possible coming again some rumors and news on the virus. That's the only factor that now supports the gold. But you can't definitely say whether they will be released or not, and what will happen. Maybe non-farm payrolls, of course, on Friday it will be poor, and in this case probably this also could be some dollar supportive, gold supportive. But you don't know whether this will happen or not. In such circumstances, it's not really, well, it's difficult psychologically to force yourself to take the position when you have so weak context for taking the long position on the gold market. The one thing that we could offer in the current situation, keep an eye on this setup that we have on the hourly chart. We have the grabber. That's in turn the support area. Also, guys, it's interesting price action here was when inside on the intraday session, market has shown the gap down. So it's closed session, that was open, and then market has closed this gap. It's really interesting. So here you could consider this setup. If you would like to go short, you need some upward pullback in the shape of some ABCD pattern. That will give you the garbage cheaper to sell pattern, and you could try to take the short position based on the grabber that we have on the daily. Also, guys, this is a very important point, because if you take a look at the contraction chart, you could see that here could be kind of the hand and shoulders price action. And if market will fail to break this level, it starts dropping, that will tell you that no bullish position should be taken, and market probably will try to show deeper downward action. So that's important level for bearish scenario. For the bulls, this is also important level, because the market will break it up and starts moving higher. That will tell you that bearish scenario hardly will be realized, and market is aiming on taking out of this top and probably will continue action higher right to the XOP target. So that's the only thing that we see currently on gold market. Currently, it is possible to take the long position, but it's not sufficient context to support the entry right here. So the only actual support that we have is the trend line. That's all. And expectation maybe of some additional negative news from the virus spreading or something of that sort that could push gold higher. That's the only thing that we have. So from that standpoint, it would be better to see clear bullish signs, at least the breaking of the 1584 area. Yes, potentially the potential profit in this case will be much smaller than currently, but that will be different news background, different information background, when you will see that market indeed is broken important level, is coming higher. Well, that's our view currently on the gold. For the bears as well, as I said, keep watching this level, some kind of regardless cheaper to sell pattern here, maybe it will be possible to use as well, if market indeed will fail to break it up and starts dropping. So it means that 1584, 1585, it seems that will be cornerstone for any scenario. That's what we need to keep an eye on in this week.